What's going on? What's going on? Hey guys, it's Plant Based with Nicole. I'm your host, Nicole Richey. Today, I will be interviewing two people. They are both raw vegan coaches. The Raw Vegan family, she specializes in juice fasting and raw vegan coaching. Hey guys, come on in. She has helped so many people transform their lives, and she had a special appearance on the Dr. Phil show. So I'm excited to talk to her about that. I mean, how do you get on the Dr. Phil show? That's dope. Okay. And I'm also interviewing Raw Vegan Mads. Is a raw vegan and online strength and conditioning coach that specializes in nutrition and diet modification while helping women lose weight and gain strength. So I'm excited to interview both of them today. I don't usually interview two people. It's usually just one. So this is going to be interesting. And they're friends, and like, I don't know if they're family or just best, like really good friends, but I'm excited to interview both of them about their raw vegan journey and their coaching and how they've helped so many people. And most importantly, I'm excited to talk to Jules, Raw Vegan family, about being on the Dr. Phil show. How cool is that? Hey guys, how are you guys? Come on in. Share the live. I see Raw Vegan family, aka Jules. Hey girl. Thank you guys for coming on in. Make sure you share this live. We want to reach people. We want to touch lives. We want to transform lives. Everybody needs to hear the message. Okay? Everybody needs to hear the message of health. And it starts here. No. So, thank you guys for joining. Thank you. I'm going to bring Jules on, and then I'm waiting for Maddie. Am I saying her name right? Is it Maddie or Mads? Okay. Come on in, Jules. Let's see. Okay. Let's try it again. Thank you guys for joining. Hi. How are you?
I'm doing great. Can
you hear me? Huh?
I hear an echo back. I think it's gone now. Okay, I'm good now.
Okay, you're good? Okay, I think this might be... Okay, yes, it is her requesting to join. I'm bringing her on now. Thank you guys for being on time.
Thanks for having us.
Hi.
Hello. Hi.
How are you? Let me see. Say something again.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, it was kind of freezing for a minute. Okay, everybody, comment in the box if you're able to hear all three of us. Okay, give us a thumbs up or a heart or something before we start getting deep into it. All right. Oh, I'm so happy to have you guys here today.
We are so happy to be here. I was watching your YouTube channel today and just like catching all the good vibes. I love your energy. I love your show. So thanks for having us on today. You're so inspiring and fun to watch.
Oh, thank you. That made me feel good. I appreciate that. Those words are very uplifting, and I thank you. Thank you.
So happy.
And I enjoy watching both of your, huh?
I said I'm so happy to be here too. It's been crazy.
Yeah, I'm happy. It's crazy. So do you go by Maddie?
No. Just Mads.
Just Mads. Okay. So Mads interviewed me a few months ago, and that's how I ended up meeting her. And then now, Jules, I don't know how far I go back with you. I think I've been watching your stuff on YouTube for a long time before I even started following you on Instagram. So I used to watch like some of your interviews as well. So yeah, both of you guys are always inspiring and sharing that message. And so that therefore, and you guys are friends. So I wanted to bring you on together. I thought that would be kind of cool to talk to you both together. Are you friends or family?
Both.
Yes, we're chosen family, but like recently, I mean, we met because Mads joined my New Year's Eve challenge to do 90 days on juices, and I saw my group every single day in video chat, so it was like we got pretty close, and then we started talking outside of the group as friends, and it just was like really easy to talk to Mads and really like, I don't know, when you just meet someone and you're like, wow, this is going really well. It's just so easy and effortless. So
It
that's
just
just been
like
a
clicked.
blessing.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
clicked. Yeah.
I think
That natural.
the first time we like talked outside of like we were on your Discord channel, and we had like your regular meeting, and you're like, wait, can we talk like outside of this? And so then we just like started talking all the time, and then that's like spiraled our
Yes,
friendship.
drawn to you.
And then
But yeah,
That's so beautiful.
then we started getting these comments now. Oh, are you guys sisters? Like even from random strangers. So it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah, you guys were meant to be. It all happened for a reason. So wait a minute, Mads. The juice fast that you've been on was through Jules?
Yeah.
And you guys didn't know each other when you first started?
Well, so I had joined her Discord channel like a few months before I started the juice fast, and then we started talking and stuff, and I decided that I wanted to commit to do the 90-day juice fast, and then she hosted this challenge, and so I joined the challenge, and so that kind of like deepened our friendship there.
Oh, what a beautiful story! It's like a friendship love story.
Yes, and then she came out here in LA to be Dr. Phil show, and then I got to go back to North Carolina.
We're going to talk about that. Oh, that's so cool. Wait, where? North Carolina?
Yeah.
You live in North Carolina, Jules?
I do. Come and visit me.
I went there. Unfortunately, it wasn't a good reason I went there, but I went there in 2021 because my cousin passed away. So the funeral, she lived out there. So, family gathered out there. And I was with my aunts and cousins that I hadn't seen in years. So it was so good to see them and be out there. And it was kind of nice. I like North Carolina. It was nice and quiet and just peaceful.
Yes, that's exactly what I was looking for. I lived in South Florida, Miami area for 6 years. I'm like, I am good here, raising my babies. It's chill. It's quiet. Where are you?
I live in California. I live in what they call the Bay Area. Are you guys familiar with the Bay Area? Either Oakland or San Francisco?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't live in either one of those cities. Nah, I live like 20 minutes from Oakland in a city called Walnut Creek, which is a very, very nice area out here. Just really peaceful. Kind of reminds me of North Carolina. Very peaceful and just like, it's just so nice out here. I just really love it. I live really close to all the downtown shopping and the restaurants, and I live close. Okay, these are criteria. Wherever I live, I need to either be close to a Whole Foods, a Trader Joe's, and Sprouts would be my third option. I'm a mile from Whole Foods. Actually, it's 0.8 miles. And then I'm a mile from Trader Joe's. Man, it's on and cracking.
You gotta go there like every other day, right? Like
yeah, man. I live there. I live there. I know everybody by name. Nah. but anywho, okay, Mads, I'm thinking maybe your what do you call that when it's distorted? What if you get off, restart your phone, and then come back?
Restart my phone?
Yeah. Restart your phone and then request to join again, and I'll start asking Jules questions while we're waiting for you.
Okay.
Yeah, or maybe just like find a good spot. Sometimes when I'm talking to you in our groups, if you just move to a different room, we can see you better. Sometimes that works too.
Okay. That's a good idea too. So how long have you guys been raw? We'll start with you, Jules, while Mads is getting it.
Yeah. Fix you. We got to fix your screen so we can see your beautiful face.
Yes, we want to see your gorgeous face.
That's by getting better there. Okay. Sorry, what was the question?
How long have you been eating raw?
Okay, so I am actually 36 years old. I just had a birthday in March.
Happy birthday!
Yeah. I used to be scared of getting older, and now I'm like, bring it on. Woo, we're only getting better, right?
Wait till you get to the 48 club.
Oh my gosh, you look so young. Oh my
Oh,
God.
thank
I
you. Actually, I'll be
yeah.
49 this year, but anyway,
I would expect
36, that's a
at least
great
10
age.
years younger.
Thank you.
So I started my journey at I was an addict for Mads and I also share that in our past, and I was an addict for 12 years. So I hit rock
Really?
bottom, and that's journey has been about is conquering the depression, the anxiety, those underlying mental health issues that were keeping me sick um, at my own hand. So I hit rock bottom around 29, and I was just like, there is nowhere to go but up unless, I'm going to live in this nightmare I had created. So I started, like I always say when I'm sharing my story, I tried rehab, I tried AA, and I know these are all great things for a lot of people, but I just it wasn't working for me. I had to get to that underlying disease, which, was the built, I came to realize was the built up toxicity in my body was really
Yeah.
affecting my mood. And so I started, after I tried the meetings and rehab and everything, and I was just getting frustrated, I decided, you know what? I'm going to take my power back and I'm going to try something on my own here. Let's try diet modification. So I just I had been vegetarian. I kind of didn't like meat. Hey, Mads.
Is it better?
I think, yeah, it looks better to me.
So far, it looks good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just talking about how long I've been raw vegan. So, yeah, I went vegetarian as soon as I realized you weren't gonna die without meat, because my parents were kind of like, "You've got to eat this chicken, you got to eat this steak," and I was always like, okay, let me like slather it in something or whatever." So that was just like, oh, a relief. Like, oh, I don't have to eat meat. I'm going vegetarian. It really wasn't any more thought. There wasn't any more thought to it. Of course, I care about animals and stuff, but that wasn't like my main. It was simply just, it didn't vibe with me overall. And um, then I, had what I was explaining, my rock bottom with addiction and stuff, and I started to try to figure out how I could just better my life. And I went vegan. Took out the cheese and the dairy. I was eating tons I would always say, like, oh, I'm a vegetarian. Cheese is my meat, so I need double the cheese because I'm not eating the meat. So I really wasn't healthy at that point, just like overloading with processed dairy and stuff like that. So I removed that, and that was like profound. I was like, wow, I'm sleeping better, I'm feeling better. And now I'm a big believer that the animals, like, tortured energy is in that food, and it
Yeah.
gets in our bodies and it mixes with our energy. So that was huge, and I was like, wow, okay, I am interested, you have my attention. And then I was like, let's go deeper. Like, I was serious.
Yes.
I was depressed my entire life, and I didn't even really, I mean, I just felt like pain, like just unhappiness, and I didn't want to live like that. So when I realized that this was working, I was like, yes, okay, let's go all in. So after going vegan, I was like, I need a next step. Where am I going next? This is working, but I'm not where I want to be. So I went raw vegan, and I've been raw vegan. I haven't been 100% perfect, but for 5 years, I have focused on raw veganism. If I ever eat cooked, I get right back on raw, and it's a mistake. And I'm always like, ew, like, why did I do that? So, yeah, it's been great. 5 years, almost 6 years.
That's amazing. What a beautiful story. And thank God for the what's the word for it? Deliverance from the addiction that you were on, and also the depression. So the food has helped your depression. Do you think you still struggle with that? Is it maybe just lessened, or is it completely gone, the depression?
Oh, I don't have depression anymore. I have
That's
sadness
good.
like a normal human. I would
Yeah.
consider that they're different because
We're,
my
yeah.
depression would come on like out of nowhere. I'd be sitting on the couch and I'd be like, oh my God, I just feel terrible. Like a big wet blanket is on me and I can't move and I'm stuck. And I now know that that was the food, because I don't have that anymore. I do have, sad days where I almost like am like, this is beautiful. I'm human. I'm feeling,
Emotions.
yeah. So it's just different, but it's really cool because honestly, ever since my long juice fast, which took me up to the top level of like just feeling the best I've ever felt, I am so happy every day. Like, yes, sometimes I have a bad day or I'm grumpy, I'm pregnant, like, so I have, moods, but like I every day, the biggest key thing is that I'm grateful. I'm like, oh my God, my life is so good. And maybe somebody else lives my life and they're like, what's she talking about? This is not that great, but for me, it's like I I'm so grateful and happy, and I'm not just saying that. Like I'll just be in my
Yeah.
car. Like just yesterday, I'm just like in my car and I'm driving and I'm just like, oh my God, like I love my life. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
And that's the consistent for me now.
Yeah.
That's what I rely on. And one thing I've been pondering as I've been going through this weekend, is just like how we get used to a certain, level of quality of life, happiness, and that's what we know. And now I'm used to this, so I have to maintain my diet. I have to maintain
Hmm.
my lifestyle because I'm spoiled now. Like
Yeah.
I love feeling so good all the time. So yeah, it's been.
Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate you also, like, showing that you are a real person, and like, yeah, you feel great most of the time, but you also get sad sometimes and go through things. And I appreciate you saying that, because when people are like, oh, I'm just happy all the time, I'm like, no, you're not. Everybody goes through something sometimes, and we have emotions. We are human, no matter how much fruit and juices we're drinking. But anyway, so I appreciate your realness, and I'm glad that your diet has really just helped you mentally, physically, and all around. So thank you for sharing your story. I appreciate you, Mads. And I apologize because in the beginning of my show, I think I called you Maddie. Sorry.
That's
Like
okay.
that. Like they're calling her Maddie. I like that, but she said nope.
Yeah, right. It's
That's
Mads.
the old me.
The old you before Raw. No. So Matt, talk to me about how long you've been Raw, and then I met you when you were kind of like in the beginning of your juice. Is the 90-day juice cleanse over?
Yes, I completed 95 days.
Oh
So
my God, that's amazing. How long have you been off of the juice? Like, how long have you been
like
off the drugs?
about like a month now,
It's
I
been a
think.
month? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Talk to me about why you went raw and how long, and then we'll go into it. You guys, excuse me if you hear a little noise. I need to turn on my fan. Okay?
Okay,
Go for
no
it, girl.
worries.
Get comfy.
Woo!
Yeah. So I went vegan actually back in 2017, and I never really like loved eating meat. Also, I also have like me and Jules have such a similar story. That's kind of like why we bonded so much. I also was an addict for like 13 years of my life, on and off. And so during my addiction, I went vegan because I didn't like meat anyways. But I was just like, I'm just gonna cut out more things. It was one of my like cycles. I was like not eating. I was doing a lot of drugs, and I was just like, let me just like go more extreme. So I went vegan, and through my addiction, I stayed vegan, which is weird. But I was like super unhealthy. I was eating like a box of Oreos a day, and like that's all I would eat the whole day. Like nothing good for me, but I wasn't eating animals,
Right.
so that's like how I
That was a
justified
step.
it. Yeah. But I was putting all these drugs and chemicals in my body, but I just wasn't eating animals,
Right.
So yeah, that was like back in 2017, and then 2018, like towards the end of the year, I decided to get sober, and I'll be 5 years coming up here in a few months. But yeah,
Wow.
Congratulations to the both of you. That's like major.
Thank you. Yeah, and so through that, like all the hardness of like getting sober and everything, I remained vegan. And I met my baby's dad in rehab, and we became pregnant, and I gained a lot of weight during my pregnancy, and my doctor told me, like, I hate doctors for this reason. She told me that my body couldn't tell the difference between fruit or like ice cream sugar. So I should stop eating.
Wait a minute, you're breaking up. Hold on.
Oh no.
Matt?
Can you hear me? Yeah, can you hear me?
I didn't hear the last like 20 seconds. It was breaking up. I don't know if that's everybody or just me that didn't hear you.
Either.
Okay. I I forgot what I was saying, but my doctor told me that when I was pregnant, that my body couldn't tell the difference between the sugars in fruit and the sugars in like cookies and ice cream. And so she told me to stop eating like all sugars. And so
this story blows my mind.
I know.
Crazy.
I listened to her and I stopped eating the fruit, but I still kept gaining weight because, I'm like, well, if I'm not eating fruit, like might as well start my day with cookies, So, yeah, after I had my baby, I struggled to get the weight off, and I've always been like super like physically active my whole life. I worked out through my pregnancy. I actually became a strength and conditioning coach back in 2014. So I've been like pretty active most of my life, and I was wondering like why. Like I think I'm eating healthy, but I'm eating like rice and tofu and all this stuff and cookies for breakfast. That was just my little treat, but why can't I lose the weight? I'm working out hard, I'm doing the work, but I wasn't like nothing was happening, and I'm breastfeeding still. So I like fell into like a scrolling hole on Instagram and discovered raw veganism.
Yes.
And I decided to give myself like a 6-week challenge to do it. And during that time, like I started feeling better. I lost weight. Everything that I was searching for started happening, and like spiritually felt better. Just everything, like I felt more connected. I was like walking outside every day. It was just a great like experience for me. And that's like around the time I found Jules's Instagram page, and I would send her messages all the time. And yeah, so that's just how I like came to be. And then I went on to my juice fast, and yeah, it hasn't been perfect. There's ups and downs, as with everything in life. But, like during my juice fast, I had a lot of like skin issues and stuff, and
just detox symptoms.
Yeah, lots of detox symptoms. And now like I'm living the life, I feel great. I have a sick baby right now, but other than that, things are really good.
I hope she gets better soon. Well, thank you so much. That was an amazing story. That is awesome, and thank God for both of your what's the word when you get off of an addiction?
Recovery.
Recovery. Yeah, thank God for your sobriety. Yeah, sobriety. That's an awesome story for both of you. Thank you guys so much. Mads, the 90-day juice fast. Did you lose weight during that 90-day juice fast?
I did. Yeah, I lost. I want to say like close to 20 pounds.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay. Because I remember I don't know where it was in your journey, but you were saying you were maintaining. So maybe like
Yeah.
at that time it was just kind of staying consistent, and then at maybe towards the end it just started falling off. That's a lot
No, in
of
the
weight.
beginning is in the beginning is when it really started like
Oh, okay.
falling off. In the first, like, I want to say the first like 45 days is when I saw the biggest transformation in myself.
Yeah, because it was probably like a calorie deficit, not a conscious one, like you're doing it on purpose, but your body
Yeah.
just like, the amount of calories you were eating went down. So then it kind of puts you in automatic deficit, and then you just started maintaining it after that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Dang, 20 pounds, that's perfect for me. Nah. Come on. But dang, I don't know. I can't do it, y'all. I don't know how y'all do it, especially for 90 days. Dang, that's like no food. Were you able to stick through the whole 90 days without food, or did you have to a couple of times maybe? And nobody's perfect, but did you have to like?
No, I did not do a perfect juice fast by any means. I traveled during my time, and so I had to have like smoothies and soups here and there, but I didn't have any like solid food.
Yeah.
So it wasn't perfect. And I think like towards the end is when I started having more smoothies, and so my body like started like pushing me off of the juice. And I mean, I still juice every day, but mostly just towards the end of that is when I decided to stop.
That's still good.
Yeah.
Even if you just did 14 days, I'm like, shoot, I can't even do it.
Is impressive, right?
Yeah,
like, even just
it is. And you do it all the time, Jules, right? Don't you do a lot of juice cleanses?
More. Oh my God.
But we do have a challenge coming up.
Oh yeah, not right now. Oh, by the way, congratulations on your pregnancy. How many months are you?
I'm actually 6 months pregnant, so it's been quite a while since I felt really normal with my diet. Like I just had to increase my caloric intake so much because I was juice fasting like as a lifestyle all the time. My body just was like really hungry for building, and I was just ravenous, and like it was pretty difficult. It was pretty difficult to stay. No, it was intense. Like it was almost like a part-time job, get to the store, get the right foods, get home, eat it, because I'm trying to stay raw. And everything started looking good to me as soon as I got into this space in my pregnancy where my body was just looking to like inhale food. And I'm just like,
I'm not used to this. No.
Yes.
It's a big change. I heard you guys yesterday on your live. Mads was like, you were like, I forgot where you were, but you're like, I got to get to the hotel to get my food.
Yeah,
that was when she came to LA.
Oh, when she came to LA. You sound like me.
She had food in the hotel room, but we were leaving to go get more food, but there was going to be like a 20-minute drive there. And she's like, well, I need to go get my food from the hotel room in order to eat on the way to go get more food.
That's so mean. But yeah, just listen to your body. You have a baby in there now. The baby's like, look, okay, the juices is just not going to work for me. You're going to have to put some solids up in your stomach. But yeah, listen to your body because you want that baby to come out vibrant and healthy just like you, So that's good that you're listening to your body. So how do you guys eat? Like, what is your typical, of course, it's going to be different every day, but just give me a sample day of what your day might look from breakfast, lunch, snacks, dinner, all, from beginning to the end. Sample day.
All right. Do you want to go first, Jules, or do you want me to go
first?
All right. So typical day for me, I start with hot lemon water with maple syrup. I do that every single day, like through my juice fast, through everything. That's my staple. It's kind of like my coffee.
Yeah.
And then I usually go to yoga, and then I'll have water, just regular water and juice. And then I'll come home and make like a smoothie bowl, or if I'm on my way to another workout, then I eat like 4 bananas or like 6 tangerines or something like that, or a smoothie. So either one of those. And then if I'm home, then I have my smoothie bowl, And then I've been feasting on kale chips. So I eat like 2 bushels of kale every single day. So that's like a big snack of mine. And then more juice. And then towards dinner time, I prepare my dinner, but I'll snack on other fruits like throughout the day, but usually like a big salad for dinner. But I've also been making some wraps recently that are pretty good. Sometimes my body's just like, we want 6 mangoes for dinner. So that's what I did the other night. Just had
It's just
mangoes.
like, do whatever your body says, you know?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
so that's pretty much it. And then I always have tea at night, like a senna tea. Well, most nights I have like senna tea before bed. So I start my day with something warm and end my day with something warm.
Yummy. That just sounds so refreshing. Jules, give me a sample day of your eating.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds like a great day.
Yes, it does. It makes me want to skip.
Yeah.
I just want to skip and fly.
I'm so good from it. Yeah, so I always think that the most important part of the day is how you break your fast in the morning. It's going to be set the tone for your whole day. If you mess up there, then you can kind of feel down about your choices, I can. So I'm really serious about what's the first thing I choose. And I have a rule that it always has to be fruit. I try to make it juicy fruit or a juice. So generally I start with juice. And then I'll start eating some fruits. So I usually, because I'm pregnant, I kind of want the denser fruits like almost right away. So this is probably around like 9. I've had a juice. Now by 9:30 or 10, I'm already starting to like, okay, let's have some bananas or some dates. I'm really into mangoes right now also, and trying to like, I'm still programming myself. It's not like always 100%. I'm just like, is this fruit? Yes. Okay, I can eat it. And I actually asked myself that, like, even though, I clearly know what fruits are since I was like in kindergarten. I'm like, Jules, is this fruit? Okay, so that's what we try to stick to in the morning. Me, my son, and I, it's always a mind game in here. But then I move to like I've been trying to do some smoothie bowls like Mads and some smoothies. So I'm really into like this matcha mint smoothie, but I don't like too much stimulation from any
the chocolate.
or caffeine source. Matcha is a stimulant.
Oh.
So I sometimes leave that out completely or just put like a tiny little speck in there, but it's really not about the matcha. It's just like the flavor. The recipe I just happen to really like right now. And then I try to do the greens with dressing that I make. So something pretty quick. I try not to get bogged down with prep. So like my little blender, building a salad mostly of fruits. So the salad will have leafy greens. It will have cucumbers, red bell peppers, tomatoes, all fruits on top. And
what's your dressing? What's your dressing?
So I would say like it depends on whether I'm feeling like having fats or not. If I'm feeling like if I'm all out, it's definitely going to be like a cashew based dressing. If I'm somewhere in the middle, I have this really good tahini, date, apple cider, and maple syrup dressing mixed together. Yeah, it goes really well on a massage salad, but any salad really. And then if you want to go lighter, I like the strawberry vinaigrette right now, and it's just like strawberries, apple cider vinegar, and I'm not sure this is fully raw, but like a little bit of balsamic. I don't think it is fully raw, so that's a little bit of.
It doesn't have to be perfect.
Don't call the raw police on me. But
yeah, you're good, girl. You're good.
But yeah, so then I eat this big salad, and that does a really good job. The smoothie does a really good job too. If you're feeling like man, I just really want something big and dense and bad, and I want to eat bad food. This smoothie is just like so great because after you have all that in your belly, you're like, oh, I'm good. And then
The taste,
salad
the
is
sweetness of it makes it like it'll satisfy something, which makes you not want to have whatever you was gonna have in the, you know,
Yeah.
like if you was craving some candy or some chocolate for some reason, like the smoothie will do something to help that.
totally. Yes, it's so magical. So I'm trying to get up the smoothies. That's why Mads and I are going to be doing our first show on Friday. We're starting a show together where we're going to teach each other things. Each Friday, she'll teach me something, and then we'll switch. The next Friday, I teach her. So I was like, teach me a good smoothie this Friday. So I'm trying to up
Mm.
more smoothies. But bananas are a big part of my life right now because they are like a denser fruit compared to the juicy fruits. But yeah, so I'll have that big bowl of salad, and then I kind of the if I stop eating, I feel a little better in the morning. If I stop eating around like 6, for sure, but I don't always do that. Like a lot of the times, I just don't do that. I'm pregnant right now, and I'm just
Yeah, it's
relaxed.
different.
Yeah, so
You might.
I'll keep snacking. I have things like my onion bread. I'm super into my onion bread right now. I make that with raw onions in the food processor. Then I take the onion out of the food processor. I put sunflower seeds in there. And then I mix the two pulverized items together. And I'll add coconut aminos, maple syrup, maybe a little almond flour, and
Oh,
put that in my
wow.
refrigerator. And that's like some dense oniony bread, and it's really good. And so I'll eat that, dip that in the evenings with cashew cheese, or make
Yum.
my own.
Can you send me that recipe?
Yes.
Yeah,
Well, it's this,
that sounds hecka good.
or I'll make like a pad thai, or something fancy because I'm always working on my skills as a coach to get like better recipes and things. So yeah, I go from light to heavy, and that's my plan every day, like having the fats later in the evening. And that's just because they do make me feel sleepy, fuller, and I want to have that energy throughout the day as much as I can before I really like just kick my feet up and lean back in the evenings.
Yeah, for
Belly.
sure. I find that that's a very common thing amongst the raw vegan community, like the fruit in the day, fats at night with the salad and the greens, you know. Are you both into the, you know, like the 80-10-10 type style, like where you try to keep your fats to like a 10%, or are you not like tripping off of that?
Yeah, I don't really like trip on it too hard, but I do try to keep my fat intake pretty low. Like I don't do any oils, so I am oil free, and the only fat content that I do consume is from either nuts in my dressings or avocado in my salads.
Gotcha. You guys are
Yeah.
making me just feel so fresh and clean. Like I'm not fully raw, but I'm high raw, but it's just reminding me of when I did my 44 days raw in January all the way to February. Like I
That's when I
felt
interviewed
so
you.
refreshed. Huh?
That's when I interviewed you in the middle of
Yeah. And you
your 40
yeah,
days.
you interviewed me about my journey, about my experience, and like I'm really missing it. And I can't do long-term raw, fully raw, but I can do like extremely high raw. And right now I'm high raw, but I feel like I want to go to the extremely high raw
All
where
you gotta
I'm not going to have like,
like
huh?
all you gotta do is like make it through those first few days. I feel like whenever I slip up, it's like 3 days of like, I don't know if I can do this. I really don't know if I can do this. This is way too hard. This is taking up all of my concentration. And then once you get past like that third day, you're like, oh, I feel great. I'm free. This is awesome.
I feel
Yeah.
like skipping down, the yellow brick road. But yeah, oh my God, yes, you guys making me want, like, I call them nice cream, but you guys call them smoothie bowls. I feel like after we get off here, I might have to go make me one. That's like my
Oh, yeah.
favorite thing. I probably have I call it nice cream. I probably have an ice cream bowl almost every single day, and I'll switch
Mm-hmm.
up. Either if I have something savory for lunch, then I'll probably have an ice cream for dinner. If I have an ice cream for lunch, then I'll have something savory for dinner. So, it just sounds so yum yum. So let's get into, I'm going to bring it to almost a close and talk about you guys' coaching, because you guys are changing lives and helping so many people lose weight and or heal their bodies. So Jules, let's start with you. First, let's talk about, Dr. Phil. First of all, congratulations. I'm not sure when you were on Dr. Phil's show. Everybody, she was on the Dr. Phil show. Now, you know that's like a major thing here, okay? How did you get on the show? Did you just see I don't know if they send out, hey, if you experience this, send in your da-da-da. Was it one of those things you just happened to
No. I didn't reach
How did you
out
get on the Dr. Phil show? Tell me. Please give me details.
Okay, so it was wild. I did not reach out to them at all. I was in the depths of my early pregnancy. I was like lucky to I make my food, I get my food, I do my work, I rest, I take care of my daughter. That was it. Like there was no over accomplishing happening during this time. I was very tired and sleepy, and I just like looked at my phone and I was like, like, do I want to be on the Dr. Phil show? It came in from an Instagram message. And I'm like,
somebody sent you an inbox?
Yeah, somebody DM'd me on Instagram, and it was an associate producer of the show.
Wow.
And so of course all my friends that I'm sharing this with at the present as it's happening, and they're like, well, it's probably fake, it's probably not real. And so I Google this person's name and their title that they're giving me, and there it is, Paramount, at Paramount, the billion-dollar company in LA, and it's like, she's definitely got a position there. This is her real job. So then
wow.
they started interviewing me, and it was the last season of the show. So I think they kind of I don't know if they were more lax than usual, but they were just like, hey, they never really told me yes or no. They were like, hey, we're going to interview you now. And they never told me that it was called Dangerous Diet Crazes, which basically the premises is uneducated Instagram coaches destroying people's health because they're saying to do this or that, and they have no real education. And so that's why they chose me to probably, to rip me up. And
I was trying to throw you under the bus.
Yes. And I knew this, I was like, Dr. Phil, people were like, Jules, this is a self-help show. You shouldn't go on. And people will fear monger you, up and down, all around. They just project. Oh, you'll lose your child. You're going to get your daughter taken away if you go on TV and talk about how you feed her fruit. You wouldn't imagine the messages I got, don't go on the show till you've gained weight. You're too skinny. He's going to rip you apart. I'm like, y'all, I don't care. There's 5 million people that are going to see me on this show, and I get to say the truth. And I might
plant seeds.
I don't care. This is clearly God telling me. And I've been hearing, I'm very spiritual since my cleansing and diet change, juice fasting. It's time for me to share my story louder,
yes.
in real life. So, yeah.
I'm glad that you went on there and shared the truth, despite the Dr. Phil and that other guy. I don't know what his title was, but they were totally against the diet that you are helping people with, right? They were like, what the one guy was said something about fruit extreme. The fruit, eating so much fruit is extreme. And when you came back with, you say fruit is extreme, but isn't eating chemicals extreme? I was like, I'm done. I'm done. I had to drop the mic on your behalf on that one. I appreciate you sticking up for yourself and sharing what you know to be true. Okay. They don't get it. These people, they don't get it. They don't know because they're not eating this way. So they just don't understand. They think eating fruit and raw foods is just like the bad thing. We're not getting enough nutrition, protein, etc. But you were there to correct them, And I appreciate you standing up for yourself and letting them know what it is, because they don't know what they're talking about. Dr. Phil, I don't care if you have the doctor in front of your name, you don't know what you're talking about. Sorry, if anybody wants to pass this along to Dr. Phil. Yes, I said it, Dr. Phil. You don't know what you're talking about. No. But yeah, I appreciate you going and sharing on your story. And he was like, because you were saying like people are clogged, right? You were saying that a lot of people are clogged, and that is the root of, you know, all these, a lot of the diseases that people have and the ailments in their bodies, and you help them get unclogged, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So thank you so much. Just tell everybody briefly about your coaching, how they can reach you, and then what you like specialize in, and then Mads, you do the same.
Cool. Thanks. Yeah. So I um, I specialize in juice fasting pretty much. So definitely, like I said on the show, it's all about declogging, which I'm not sure that's actually like a correct term, declogging. I might have made that up while I was on national TV. Maybe it's probably unclogging, but
Hey, it worked for me.
I do believe that the root cause of all disease is holding this toxic waste. So after my journey, I developed my business, and I own and operate howtojuicefast.com. And you can find lots of testimonials on there, clients that have gone before with me. I actually, specialize in extended juice fasting, which is kind of different than a lot of other coaches out there. Most of my clients do choose to do 90 days with me. That's my highest selling package, but I also have a lot of sales with the 3-day coaching package. And basically what I do is like, I'm kind of like your AA sponsor. I'm just there all the time in your phone. You can text me, voice message me. I do emergency calls and weekly Zoom chats. You get my ebook with my juice recipes in it, my juice fasting protocol, a data sheet to chart your eliminations, your symptoms, your energy, your juices for the day, and you get this massive amount of support. I also have a community on Discord that's free to join. We hold support groups on Thursday nights. I try to get all of my clients to buy a Nama, because that is the best juicer for ease and enjoying your juicing session, which my code is Julie10 if you want to save $55 on that. And I have a raw vegan transition program. I have a breaking the fast program. And I have a YouTube channel. And so you've seen that a little bit, you said, where I shared my own transformation, where I literally, you can watch my eyes, my skin, my brain change as I juice fast for 165 days on camera. And then now I'll be sharing some more raw vegan recipes. But yeah, that's
Wow,
it.
that's amazing.
I wanted to say before we close up, before I let Mads talk about her business, I just wanted to say I love your earrings and your lipstick. Like there's
Thank you.
something about color, just having like the bright, beautiful color to like also make me feel refreshed and invigorated. Just it's nice and cheerful. So I just wanted to say I've
Thank you.
enjoyed
I,
your
I'm like a color girl and an earring girl. So if you were to like binge watch my podcast, you'll see that I'm always having on like some colorful big earrings, because that's just,
it's so fun.
it just makes me feel so
You
vibrant.
look very vibrant. Very.
Thank you though. Thank you for the compliment. Appreciate that. Mads, talk about your coaching.
All right. Yeah. So I have my online business helping women modify their diets, lose weight, transition to a vegan or raw vegan diet. I provide workout programs for them that I personally write myself. I became a strength and conditioning coach back in 2014. So I've gained experience over that time. And I also am enrolled in a course called Mastering Raw Food Nutrition. So I have a nutrition background and weightlifting lifting and exercise background. And so I use that to help and coach my clients through their journeys. And yeah, they have me in their pocket 24/7 whenever they need me. And they send me labels of food all the time. And it just, yeah, I just help people lose weight and gain muscle.
That's wonderful. That's awesome. You guys, if you guys need to lose weight, if you need to declog your body, hit up Jules and Mads. I will have their, well, I pinned their IG handles, but you can also see it once I post it. Make sure you guys go check them out in their bios. If you're interested, sign up with them. They can help you. Sometimes you just need a person to kind of push you. You try to do it on your own. You just can't do it. Sometimes you just need that other person to hold you accountable. So just hit them up if you guys are interested. You ladies, thank you so much for coming on today. I really enjoyed getting to know your story. Again, congratulations on your sobriety. Congratulations on just your life, of the way you're living now, and helping, sharing, and just changing other people's lives. And thank you for putting Dr. Phil and that other guy in his place, because they didn't know what they was talking about. Maybe you need to call him and put him on a juice cleanse. Shoot, then he'll get it.
Yeah.
he'll change his views and mindset. Okay.
I just want to say thank you for creating this platform and giving all of us space. I did Dr. Phil for us, for us as humans to rise up and take our health back. And so thank you for creating this space and hosting us today, and just having your show every, to cheer us up every week, to teach us and inspire us. It's really powerful.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you, ladies. And if you guys sign up with either one of them, make sure you say you found them on this show, so they'll give me credit when I'm ready to do the coaching. No.
Yes.
Yes, and thank you all for joining that were here, that will watch later. Thank you guys for tuning in. Share the live. We always want to reach people. We want to share the message of health. That's what it's all about. We're sharing the message of health. We're not jamming it down people's throats. We're not trying to force people to do stuff. We are encouraging, and we are planting seeds. So share the live. Thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you for the support. Ladies, you guys have a wonderful day. I appreciate you, and I'll see you guys on the gram. You guys can get off. I'm just going to announce my next guest, and you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you around. Smooches. Bye. Bye. Bye, ladies. You guys, thank you again for joining. Up next, my show is usually on Sundays. I had to have a special day this week because tomorrow I have a movie screening of a film I was in. So I had the show today instead. But up next Sunday, let's see, I don't know the date, but at 2 p.m. PST, normally my show's at 4 p.m. PST, but next week it'll be 2 p.m. PST, 5 p.m. EST. I'll be interviewing vegan soul foodie, so make sure you guys come back and join. Thank you again for your support, and I will see you guys next time. Make sure you guys follow Raw Vegan Mads and the Raw, oh Lord Jesus, Jules. Here it goes. The Raw Vegan Family. Sorry, y'all. I'm 48, okay? My mind, my memory is all jacked up. Okay, so you guys have a wonderful day. Hey, Edward. Hey, everybody. Thank you guys so much again. God bless you. And remember, you are destined for greatness, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you, Edward.